What is going on, people? We are Tottenham TV. Aston Villa against Tottenham Hotspur in the last game before the biggie on Wednesday.
You chipper today?
I am chipper today.
Is that because Reguilon's playing?
Not seen the lineup. I told you Sergio Reguilon was going to play today. I told you. And why would I not be chipper? Less than a week to go till the Europa League final, mate.
Because you're about to watch another defeat.
Look, it is what it is today. Look, it is what it is today. Look, we've rested so many players. Look, let's just get into the lineup before we go any further. So for Tottenham, Kinsky in goal, Spence right back, Reguilon left back, Davis and Danso centre back positions, Sarr, Gray, and we think it's Odegaard as a midfield three, Odegaard in the 10, Son on the left, Moore on the right, and Tell up top.
I mean, that front
changes
four,
from Bodo.
Yeah, not one player who played against Bodo starting tonight for Tottenham. If there's any kind of illusion about how seriously we're taking this game and what our priority is, I think the lineup says it all, to be honest, because he's clearly no Doggy in the squad, no Van der Ven in the squad, no Romero in the squad. As I said, like everyone who's played in this Europa League run in the semi-final is not playing tonight. So I think clearly we are not taking this game too seriously. I think it's just a game, as I've said before, we just have to get through, isn't it?
Yeah, I would like to see the players, on the pitch take the game seriously and try and so we can see a game of football today. And I want to see a win, obviously. But it is all on Wednesday. That's the reality, and that's what the lineup suggests. In terms of Aston Villa, obviously full strength with Emi Martinez, Cash, Konsa, Torres, Maatsen, Kamara, Onana, Asensio with Rodgers, McGinn and Watkins in the forward line. I mean, Villa must be licking their lips tonight, surely.
Absolutely. I like the fact that they're all angry and pissed off that this game's being moved to a Friday, and like they
like that fact.
It's just fun. No, I just find it funny that they're pissed off and they're like worried that, oh my god, this game's moved to a Friday. That gives them a lack of doesn't give them as much kind of the edge it needs. And then you look at the lineup and you're like, doesn't really matter when this game's being played. Let's be honest, you're going to take the 3 points. Just take it. Relax. You can have your 3 points. You're going to be back in the top 5 after today's win. So that's the reality. I'm just excited.
No fighting spirit, and Spurs can't upset the odds today. 9-1 for Spurs to win.
9-1, which maybe we should put your money on it. I wouldn't if I was you, but I'm excited to see.
Why not? Mikey Moore on the wing, Sonny back in the starting lineup.
You've seen as a left back.
Yeah, Reguilon. He hasn't had a bad performance this season,
hasn't he?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Has he had a good? When's the last time he played well for Tottenham? I can't remember.
Oh, he was brilliant in that Tamworth game.
Brilliant. Fantastic. I'm just excited to see Mikey Moore in the playing, starting from again, see what he can do. And I think there's a big audition today in that front four for the number 10 role. Apologies.
If he's gone though, like so under strength, right, and we're thinking that nobody in this lineup is going to start on Wednesday, apart from maybe one.
There's one spot on for grabs, I think.
That's what I'm saying. So do you think this Odegaard at 10 is suggesting, you know what, you're going to be the first point of call?
If he's the one starting, yeah. If he's starting, then 100%. If he's starting in that position, I mean, apparently in the open training on Monday, Son was being seen in the 10. Being trained there, so there's a chance. Obviously, it could be Son in the 10 tonight. Maybe Odegaard on the left and More on the right, or maybe more on the left and Odegaard on the right. So there's a few that front four. There's definitely pretty much all 4 of them can play in all 4 positions, pretty much except for Moore and Odegaard playing up front.
However, we have seen that Lucas Bergvall has been pictured in the Europa League shoot for the final, which was done 2 days ago. Does that suggest anything?
I wouldn't say it suggests that I think it suggests that you can't rule him out, but I don't think it suggests that he's in line to start or in line to have any serious involvement. I was actually looking at the picture. There was a picture of him and all the squad, him collecting the awards. I don't know if that means he's won every award or not, because he had 4 awards.
They posted it. He's won 3 awards. So he won the Player of the Year from the official supporters club, and the Young Hotspurs, the One Hotspurs. And no, he won 3 awards actually. He scooped them all. Player of the Year.
He had 4 in front of him, or unless there's just 4.
He won as well.
I don't know. He had 4 in front of him.
They tweeted about 3 of them.
I know someone goal of the season, didn't he?
Yeah, for the
so what?
Corner goal.
Bergvall won Player and Young Player of the Year.
Yeah, I didn't see them tweet about Young Player of the Year, but I know he scooped 3 Player of the Year awards.
Okay, which richly deserved. But I was looking at that picture, and I was looking at the shoes he was wearing, and he was wearing kind of like trainers, and the other group were wearing boot studs, whatever. So clearly he's not with the group yet or anything, and he's going to have to work very hard between now and the final to have any sort of involvement. So I wouldn't hold your breath, but I guess it just means you can't rule him out completely. He's not definitely out, because if he was still in his boot, then he would have no chance. But the fact that he's training and he's on the grass suggests that there's a very slim chance that he could be involved in some capacity.
It's worth noting, looking to the other game tonight, Chelsea against Manchester United. Manchester United have gone full strength tonight, pretty much. Onana in goal, Lindelof, Maguire, Shaw, Mazraoui, Casemiro, Mount, Dorgu, Diallo, Højlund, and Bruno Fernandes. So, I mean, it's such a contrast how both these managers are preparing for this game, isn't it?
Yeah, I think, isn't it? Yeah, I think there's obviously pros and cons from either approach. And I've seen some fans on social media complaining that we've gone so under strength, and most fans are praising it, saying, we can't afford another injury, and we're delighted to see players are more involved in this game ahead of a massive game. It's an interesting to see Man United's reaction to our lineup, saying that we've completely rested our whole 11, and are we going to be lacking match sharpness when we play in the final compared to them, where they're obviously going to have a bit more, I guess the argument would be they're going to be a bit more familiar with each other, or they're going to be having that match sharpness going into the final because they're only 5 days before they're going to have played together. And as well, to be fair, come Wednesday, it will be 2 weeks pretty much, or just under 2 weeks since the first teamers have played together. So is that too long? Do you want to give them some football in between just to keep them ticking over? I think in a perfect world you probably do, but given our situation, given that Decky just went down the last game, is it too much of a risk with how much is riding on this cup final?
Well, you look at the bench today for Spurs, so it's Vicario, Solanke, Richarlison, Porro, Oluseyi, Johnson, Casanova, Bissouma and Bentancur. I do fully expect some of the first team players to see some minutes off the bench today. So hopefully that will still give them a bit of freshness going into the game on Wednesday.
It's just, I guess, we're talking about Romero, Van de Ven and Doggy, who aren't involved tonight.
Yeah.
I think that's, I guess it would have been 2 weeks since they've touched the pitch. Is that too long?
Van de Ven have been doing this ever since he's come back from injury.
They've been doing it for the last few months. I know maybe not 2 weeks, but there's usually been 1 week in between Europa games, hasn't it, when they get rested for the Premier League game and play, and they seem fine. They seem to be adjusted well. We've defended very, very well in the Europa League, so I'm not so worried about it. I think they'll be all right come Wednesday. I don't think it's a massive issue that we're resting for 2 weeks. I think there's going to be we know how Ange has intense training sessions reportedly anyway, and I think in the lead up to this final, I'm sure they're going to be ready. I've got no worries that because they haven't played for 2 weeks, all of a sudden, it's going to lead to them lacking any kind of match sharpness. I think they'll be all right.
All right. Score prediction
tonight? It's going to be 3-0 Villa.
3-0 Villa?
Yeah.
Nah, come on. Now, there's no chance I'm sitting here on a watch line predicting this.
I'll go optimistic, 2-1.
I'm going full on deluded, and I'm going to go for 2-1 to Spurs.
2-1 Spurs.
Mikey Moore to get on the score sheet, and Sonny to get back on the score sheet as well. The teams are coming out. Just to let you know, this watch along is sponsored by the Great Express VPN, the best VPN to use to watch the Europa League final on Wednesday. We'll get more into the offers that they are offering at half-time, but this is it, the last game before the biggest game that we've played since the Champions League final. It's quite unbelievable. I'm actually just getting butterflies thinking about. I just can't wait for this weekend to be over and to get out to Bilbao.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just one more game we have to get through, one more game we have to sit through before we jet off to Bilbao and hopefully we are one game away from that big European trophy. If we can take that, none of this is all going to matter. It's all going to be about one glorious night in Bilbao. So we have this game to sit through. We have this game that we're forced to watch. It's going to be like that scene from A Clockwork Orange where they're keeping your eyes open and like you're forcing you to watch this. That's what I feel like at the moment.
But let's just have a little bit of fun with it tonight.
Yeah.
Let's have a bit of fun with it. Let's get some songs going. Let's play some bingo. Let's just have a bit of fun tonight, guys. And look,
unless we take the lead, then we may be all right.
And that's even more fun. Even more fun if we take the lead. And look, I want to know your score predictions in the comment section below. We'll be keeping an eye on the Manchester United game as well. But let's just hope that these boys can put on a performance, because for a lot of the boys out there tonight, it's still a big game for them because they've got a lot to play for.
Well, definitely for Villa.
No, I'm talking about like more, Sonny.
I think obviously Sonny, Sonny's
Tell is playing for his future. Archie Gray in midfield. These are big games for these kind of guys.
That's fair, and let's hope that we kind of play in that vein, and hopefully we put on some sort of performance. We don't embarrass ourselves that we have done in a lot of Premier League games recently, and obviously the last game against Crystal Palace, it was shambolic. We just got absolutely opened up, and it was an embarrassing performance. And look, I'm hoping it's better in this game than it was in that game, but I'm hoping, but I'm not expecting. I think the nature of where we're at the moment, everyone knows how big this game on Wednesday is. That is the clear focus. The fact that we've rested everyone tonight, the team that we do have out there is, like, on paper just so inferior to this Villa side. So even if they play at their best, there's a good chance that we still lose, convincingly.
Ipswich went to Villa and got a draw.
They did. So maybe we can do something. I just think, let's just sit through it and just hope for look, let's score a goal or something. Give us something to celebrate instead of just sitting here not doing it.
Why can't we do the same tonight?
Yeah, let's go 1-0 up. Let's see if we can score, hurt them. I want to see just some sort of dynamic in that front four, because I think on paper that front four, more Odegaard, Tell, Son, it could be quite exciting. So that's something to be a bit excited about. But other than that, you look at the defence, you look at the midfield, and it's not much to cheer about, I think. But we are about to get underway. Yeah,
kickoff is just seconds away. Spurs about to take the kickoff, shooting from right to left. Villa obviously going from left to right in their claret and white strip. Spurs in their classic home shirt, white shirts, blue shorts. And let us know your score predictions. Let us know where you're watching from. And Spurs have kicked off, and Reguilon is on the ball.
Oh, he's got the ball.
And straight away and up and under down the pitch.
Looks like Tell on the left and Son. And looks like no, 1 minute. Let's just watch the team settle in first. See where people are playing. Long ball forward. Kinsky's coming out of his area. Last time we played Villa at Villa Park in the FA Cup, we were down 1-0 in the second minute, I think it was.
Yeah, I was there that night. Kinsky was in goal, and it was poor keeping from him for the goals that we conceded. But he also made a number of saves to keep us in the game.
There's a good atmosphere at Villa Park, given that it's a big game for them. Matt Cash getting the ball in, blocked by Reguilon. Pape Sarr's there to pick the ball up. Reguilon to Sonny.
God, I'll laugh.
Spurs, actually. It's actually the Spurs fans. Spurs are on the way to Bilbao, I can hear. Come on, Eads. And the Villa fans responding. Here's Pau Torres. So on Amadou Onana.
Thomas Owen with the super chat saying United are playing their first team a Bruno injury. Look, I'll never sit here and wish an injury on anyone.
But it would be significant, let's put it that way.
He's a bit tired for the game, let's say, on Wednesday.
We'll put it this way, if he does get injured, it'll be significant. So that's the risk you kind of take playing your strongest team 5 days before a final. Any sort of niggle or injuries, and they could be in trouble. I think that's why we've taken the approach that we have. I think in a different situation, obviously we don't do what we're doing today. But I just think in the nature of the league games, where we are on the table, and also the fact that we have continuously picked up injuries and all these different things, means I think it's just the right approach. It's the approach we have to go through. There's just too much riding on Wednesday to take it to chance, I think.
What's your opinion on, if we do win, the parade, if we do win?
Yeah.
Touch wood, is going to be on Friday around 3 o'clock. Do you reckon that's the right decision?
No, I don't understand it. I want to say great. I don't understand why they would put it at 3 o'clock on Friday, 2 days after the final, when there's a bank holiday on Monday. Everyone's going to be off. There's going to be so many more fans that can make it. When you've got it on the Friday, people are going to be at work. They have to try and get off or finish early. Some fans, some fans are going to be still in Bilbao even. I just don't understand the need to rush it. And as well, you're also doing it 2 days before a Premier League game. I understand. Don't get me wrong, I understand that Premier League game means nothing. And, Kinsky playing out the back dangerously, but he gets it to Danso. I understand that Premier League game means nothing and we can lose it and no one cares. But should that basically be the official position of the club, that it doesn't matter? Which they're basically saying it doesn't when they've got a parade 2 days before a Premier League match, when we know at these parades you see how players act and how happy they get. They get very jovial and some of them even drinking on the bus and stuff like that. And obviously it's a time to celebrate with the fans and interact, and you let loose a bit, you let your hair down because you've just achieved something, so it's time to celebrate, right? So you might have a few drinks, you might whatever, but basically you're either allow them to do it 2 days before the final, or you're not allowing them to celebrate as hard as they possibly could do after winning that kind of Europa League. And you're basically just saying to everyone, if we have that parade on the Friday, that Premier League game we're just throwing again, which I personally don't really care on the face of it, but it shouldn't be basically public knowledge that we're throwing this game. You know what I mean? It's just we're basically announcing to everyone, yeah, we're going to throw the game because we're celebrating 2 days before the final. It's just ridiculous. If Monday solves all the problems, I just don't understand why it wouldn't be on Monday.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. They just want to get the Spurs
unless there's some sort. The only thing I can think of is there's some sort of
in good mood. You know what I mean?
Maybe, but the only thing is, maybe they don't want to risk having another defeat in between and dampening the mood. But
that's what I'm saying.
I just think it wouldn't. I think that everyone would be ready to celebrate. It's still Monday's still going to be less than a week after the final. You know what I mean? It's still going to be fresh in everyone's memory. So
I don't have too much of a problem with it from that perspective. It's just, it's going to be hard for people to get
Davis over the top. Son's in behind it. He's in behind Matt Cash. Oh, he delayed it again. He's done that so many times, Son. He's got to be getting the separation, getting the shot off. I don't know why he's hesitating there. Get that shot off. He's onside. That was a good chance there. How many times, I swear, recently, Son gets in this position and he waits and waits and waits. Why are you waiting so long? You're allowing Matt Cash to get back on you. He came on against, in the last game against Palace, a couple of times. He gets in behind. It looks like, can he get a shot off? Can he create a chance? And he just allows the defender to block it.
Seems like what's going on with this, it's instinct. You know what I mean? Just get the ball in the good position and get a shot off.
He's hesitating too much. Man. Way too much hesitating. But at least he looked quite fast getting away from Cash there, which was positive.
He did well to get in behind, but...
Who played the ball? Was it Reguilon?
I'm not 100% sure who played the ball, actually.
But yeah, I just don't understand why they wouldn't put it on Monday. I don't understand that at all, the celebration. No matter how gutted you'd be if you've taken 2 days off work to get to Bilbao and you make it back in time for Thursday, but then, Kinsky parries it away from Watkins. All of a sudden you have to go back to work if you want to make the parade saying, hey, can I take an extra day off? A lot of people won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Watkins in the shot. Good save by Kinsky. Ball into, I think, Pau Torres. Good ball to the back post. Liverpool Watkins, and Kinsky does well just to get it away from him. So, yeah, I mean, there won't be as many fans as there could be, I think, if it's on the Monday. That's the thing.
I agree with that. Here's Danso playing out the back. Nice little touch there.
More kind of
Mikey Moore, but he lost it.
Here's Asensio. This is what I mean by Danso. He just fires it into players every time. There's no weight of pass. Asensio, nice play by Davis. Back to Spence, who slips, gives it away to McGinn over the bar. There's no sort of weight of pass to Danso's passing. He can be a good, accurate passer, but I feel like over long distances, because he puts so much power on it, that can be a good thing. But when he's in close proximity, he smacks it at them every time.
With Danso, he's such an aggressive player from every aspect of his game, isn't he? From his passing, from his marauding runs forward, from his defending. I mean, everything about it is just so aggressive.
Ball over the top. Yeah, I know, but he has to learn how to weight his passes. He's 26.
I'm not disagreeing.
I'm just saying he's 26. How do you not know how to weight your pass at this age? Every time it's just a smack. Ball in behind, and there's Kinsky. Villa looking to make an early start here with a couple of efforts. I'm sure they're gonna trying to put us under pressure and get that early goal that they know will be vital in this game. Here's Kinsky looking for options. He's looking for someone to come for it. Everyone's just waiting for it, standing still. Asensio now is coming towards it. Come on, who's going to show for it? Anyone? Anyone got the balls to do that? Danso. Kinsky. Goes with his left foot, goes long, looking for Son in behind. Mikey Moore's running in behind. Then a slip by Cash. Can Son steal in?
Yeah.
Oh, he kind of nicked it, but Matt Cash just about recovers, and Mikey Moore can't quite get there, and Villa have it back. Concert. Sun blaring down on Villa Park on this Friday night.
Yeah, do you think it is the right move to put Tell up top and Sonny on the left?
To be honest, probably. I think Tell's just that little bit more maybe physical than Son, but either or, it's, I think they're both stronger on the left and they're both weaker up front.
It's a mad dynamic, isn't it? Because all of our front four are all left wingers.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're
playing 4 left wingers, yeah. Haven't seen too much of Odegaard just yet in that position. I'm trying to... So what I can see at the moment is, Odegaard is definitely playing in that 10. It's more of a double pivot between Sarr and Gray. It looks like kind of on the same line. Odegaard looks like he's trying to get a bit closer to Tell. Which, hopefully, maybe that's why he's done it. So maybe he can get that dynamic going between Tell and Odegaard, a bit of link up there. Rogers trying to play in behind. Reguilon blocks the pass. Only back to Matt Cash.
Well,
we're definitely not playing full throttle pressing. You can see here we're waiting for them. Here's Pau Torres. We're being quite passive at the moment, I would say. But here's Gray, turned by McGinn. And McGinn breaking into the space. He's got Matson in there. He gets past Gray and goes for goal well over the bar.
This is what this game's going to be, isn't it? Just bloody shooting on sight for Aston Villa. It's going to be shooting practice with Villa.
Yeah.
That's what it's been so far. I like Matson. I think he's a very good player.
Yeah. I think he's very much been in and out of the team for Villa.
He always makes an impact when he comes on.
He's been a very good coming off the bench for sure. I think he's been starting a bit more recently. I think defensively, because obviously he's a winger by trade, but then he kind of has found himself a left back at Chelsea and Dortmund. And Spence been robbed by McGinn. In behind to Asensio. He takes on Danso. He's got Onana in there. Kamara on the edge of the box. 1-2. Watkins. Good play by Sarr. Good tackle. And Tottenham looking to break into Mikey Moore. Gets robbed by McGinn and wins a throw. Yeah, I think maybe he's kind of like one of those wingers who's in a similar vein to like Danny Rose. He was like a winger who just wasn't quite good enough to be a winger. So he goes to left back because you get a bit more space and time to kind of dribble and take people on. And I think if he's going to turn into a proper great left back, just needs to improve defensively. But I think going forward, and like when he's on the ball, he's hard to pick up. He
always
really
seems
interesting.
to be able to get so many shots off in a game. Matson.
Odegaard, nice ball into Reguilon. He's got space to run into, and he's got Son to the left. Reguilon's going to make the run now. Son. He's got Reguilon out wide. He goes on the left. He crosses in. A good ball and wins a corner.
Corner to Spurs. Come on.
Good, Tottenham.
Sonny is going to go over to take this after winning the goal of the year with a corner.
I like that from Son. I like that from Son. Not waiting too long to get the ball in, just taking one step and just whipping in because he's got so much quality. Sometimes I feel like he kind of waits too long for the right moment. I think on that time, half space, like on Wednesday if he starts, like if you got Solanke and Rishi in there, you need to be doing that. Just whipping it in early.
We need to get that sharpness back. That's what it's all about for Sonny. We need that sharp Sonny.
All right, Son's corner. Into Emi Martinez, who claims...
Big up, 1,040 people in here with us today. 96 likes. Everyone go and smash that like button. If you're new around here as well, smash that subscribe button. 0-0 here, 12 minutes gone. We've survived the first 12 minutes, people.
Yeah, which is not something we've said a lot recently. Here's Ezri Konsa. Got a sun in his eyes, he looks like. Trying to see players ahead of him. Pau Torres now. Matson, 1-2 with Onana. Matson cuts inside on Odebear. Or Mikey Moore tries to steal in on Onana, but Onana kind of wins the ball back. Gets a clap from Ange Postecoglou. Here's Ezri Konsa on the centre-back position. Tell's coming over to him and fouls him, does he? Yeah, referee says foul.
Quite surprising when you were letting me know the Spurs' record at Villa Park.
Yeah, we've won 8 of the last 9 league games at Villa Park.
Which is mad.
Which is an unbelievable record.
To be fair, like, they have had like a relegation in that time, haven't they?
Yeah, but obviously we didn't play them at Villa Park in that time. But but they obviously were a team that were down there for a bit. Obviously last year at Villa Park we beat them 4-0, didn't we?
Yeah.
What was a game that seems so long ago. That game at Villa Park.
It seems so significant at the time as well.
Yeah, I know. Everything. God, everything was so different. He had Werner scoring it to make it 4-0. Everyone we were clear of Villa in 4th place. Everything was going so well, and it all just fell apart. Here's Son though. Tottenham on the attack. Son cuts inside, goes for goal. Oh, Sonny, unlucky. Nice effort. Cut inside.
Getting his sharpness back, Sonny, just in time.
Getting in the 11 for Wednesday. I've seen enough. Nice effort from Son. Nearly curled it into the back post. Good. I like it. What I like is, apart from obviously the moment when he went through, but he's doing things a bit earlier. He's just going for it. Oh, nice effort. Creating a bit of space for himself, Sonny, and went for that far post, went for the top corner, and it was a whisker away. You got to say,
this is the Sonny I want to see. This is the Sonny I want to see. Cutting inside, having efforts, looking dynamic.
What? We've already done more than I thought we would do in this game, so I'm happy. It's whatever happens from now on, it's a plus. Here's Pau Torres. But we're definitely pressing in a lot different fashion, more into the fashion we pressed in the Europa League than we against Palace. It was different. In this game, we're very much like standing off them a bit.
But I feel like that's when we're better, though, in general.
Well, I think you just have to be smarter with your press. You can't just... Oh, Son, nice 1-2 of Odebear, and he goes through. Brilliant ball. Here's Odebear. He's got Tell in support. Plays it to Tell on the left. Bit far wide, but Odebear's in there if he can find him. He goes for Odebear. The back flick saved by Martinez. And a foul by Spence. The back flick by Odebear. So close to being Tottenham 1-0 up here at Villa Park. We had a positive start here.
What a cheeky little effort from Odebear.
But I like it. Tell, good ball into him as well. Nice link up between Tell and Odebear. Tottenham creating moments here in the going forward.
Yeah, this is better than what we could have imagined so far. A
shot on target. Who would have thought?
Sonny with a nice effort, cutting inside, looking sharp.
This was lovely ball from Son.
This is a really good move, all in all.
Yeah, nice 1-2. Son, early ball into Odebear. Nice touch there from Odebear. Great touch, actually, into Tell. Maybe a bit too far wide. Gets it into him. Tell looks at Odebear, plays it. It's a good effort from Odebear as well. Good power on that back flick. And Martinez just makes a save. He decided he didn't want to take a touch. Got the back flick on. Would have been a brilliant goal. Would have been a brilliant team goal. Reguilon wins the ball off Cash, but it's gone out for a throw.
Wilson.
All right. And the Tottenham fans are all in full voice at the moment, saying Spurs are on their way to Bilbao. It's got them a bit encouraging.
I want to see a picture of the away end. I wonder how packed it is or how empty it is. Saw so many tickets going for this game.
Saw that.
Oh, he was telling me about that in Bodo, that he was going to do it.
God. Here's Konsa to Kamara. Nice play from Reguilon, and he's been fouled. Free kick to Spurs.
Reguilon's had a good start to this game, man. 17 minutes gone. Unai Emery looking very concentrated, maybe a bit worried on the sidelines. Didn't expect Spurs to come to the party.
Here is Spence to Gray. Odebear's running in behind Torres. And the touch is all right. Back to Martinez. Martinez looking for options. Pau Torres. Takes it past Odebear with fairly ease and a good ball to Cash as well. Reguilon comes towards him but gets beaten.
Ooh.
And he goes down the outside, but Reguilon gets back in position. Well done. Forces him backwards. Here's Matt Cash.
What I don't like is Cash coming up against Sonny just before the final.
Yeah. I just hope he doesn't put in a two-footer. Maatsen to McGinn. Down the line, here's Onana. Keeping away from Danso. Flicks it off to McGinn on the left-hand side. Looking for options. Here's Onana. Into the box, and here's Rodgers! Oh, it's a save by... no, I think...
Is that cool?
Touch. It's a touch. It was a save.
Corner.
Good touch by Kinsky.
Well
done.
Kinsky. Let's see this again. It's a good ball into the box.
Flick by Rod. Oh, it's a good save, I think. Fingertips. Good ball in by Onana. There's a flick by Rodgers. Oh, it's a world-class Kinsky.
It
Well
really
done.
is a great save.
That's a phenomenal save.
That really is.
That's a round of applause.
Wow, come on, Kinsky.
It's a phenomenal save by Kinsky. Looked like I was about to flick it beyond him. McGinn into the area and headed away by Danso, I think. Onana, nearly robbed by Son, but he gets past him. And Asensio into the area, and well done, Gray, for cutting out. And Danso with an up and under to get the ball away. Tell's going to be battling with Kamara. Kamara wins a header, but kind of loses flight of the ball. Tell doesn't win it, but Sarr does. He kind of boots it away aimlessly, and it's back to
doing that these days,
Martinez.
just battering the ball on to the other side of the pitch. I want to see Mikey Moore get involved in this game, man.
Here's Martinez. Pau Torres. More closing down Maatsen. Into the centre of the pitch. No one tracking him at the moment. He gives it off to Konsa. Konsa to Torres. Oh, Sarr with robbed it again. And here's Odebear to
Let's
Tell.
go with speed, with speed.
Oh, that's a foul, ref? No, I thought he was being held. Referee said no. Play on. Maatsen. They kind of smothered us there. Ezri Konsa now. Kamara. Watkins. Back to Cash. And he's got time and space on the ball here, Matt Cash. No, look, they're very purposefully not pressing him, it looks like.
Big up to Brian Daigle in the chat. Come on, Daigle. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Here's Pau Torres. Kamara. Gray fouls him. Free kick.
You got to say, 20 minutes in, from what we've seen so far, a bit of a result so far.
Yeah, it's been all right. Not been too bad. It's actually been a decent game. You do get the feeling if they take the lead, though, Villa, it's like, could fall apart very quickly. But it's all right at the moment. Had a few chances. Looking decent on the break. But Villa always look a threat, don't they? Maatsen's going to take this.
We're looking a threat as well, though.
And it's going to be Asensio. Launches it in and headed away by Sarr. And Son's onto it. Actually, but it looks like Kamara's going to come over and see it out for a throw.
It's a good player, that Kamara, isn't he?
Yeah, Boubacar Kamara. Had a lot of problem with injuries. He had a big ACL injury, and he's done well to recover from that and get back to his best.
Yeah, I feel like since he's been back, he's been, top notch, real top notch.
Torres with the ball into the box, and Watkins flick, and into the arms of Kinsky. Was that a pass or a shot?
I think he meant it for a pass. It looked like with the weight of it, it was a pass.
You see Watkins, no one on him. Good ball there by Torres. Yeah, I think he meant it into Asensio
at the back post.
Kinsky's looking for a long ball, looking for the throw, and they're all being cut out, so he does go for the long ball. Looking for Son. Cash takes it down and dribbles past Son and Tell and wins a foul. He wants a yellow. He's waving the card. He book him. Can't wave the card. Wave the imaginary card. Hey, he does book it. Hey! You can't do that, Matty Cash. Can't do it. Exactly. You tell him, ref. You tell him. Don't deny it. We all saw it.
Descent, mate. Double yellow.
Send him off.
Double yellow.
Bastard. Don't deny it, Matt Cash. We all saw it. Where was the yellow there? Why does he even want to book? It's a standard foul. Hey, it's a clear wave in the card. Did it twice.
You know what? Players don't get booked enough for that. You
Exactly.
see it so many times, and they just never book him. So credit to the ref for doing that.
Well
7th
done.
yellow card of the season for Matty Cash.
I kind of said it flippantly. I didn't think he would do it, but there you go. Here's Matt Cash. Conser well wide to Cash is in space, whips it in. Well done, Reguilon heading it away. And now Sonny is on the ball to Reguilon, who batters it away. Come on, tail up against Conser. He puts him under pressure, but Conser's always winning that. And Torres in space in his own half.
Cash is going to get sent off today, isn't he?
Yeah, if he makes a bad foul on someone.
A player like Cash never wants to be booked in the first 20 minutes. You know what I mean?
Definitely not. For a stupid booking like that as well. So unnecessary. Conser. Pau Torres. Oh, nice play from Spence. Nicks it off him, and now Gray looking for the long ball towards Son. Is he going to keep that in? Take good touch there from Son, and wins the throw off Cash.
Cash, just stay away from Sonny, man. We cannot be dealing with no more injuries today. Bentancur on the sidelines, looking as good as ever.
Focusing on him because Cash is on who did the challenge on him. But Cash has done it twice. He did it to Bentancur and to Doherty, didn't he?
Yeah.
Reguilon with a throw towards Tell. Loses out. Now Kamara. Rogers. Oh, was that a foul by Tell? Referee says yes. There might be a booking here for Tell. Was it just a word? Talking to?
We're really going for them today. So many fouls so far from Spurs.
Just a strong talking to. Yeah, nothing really in that. Come on, he's so over-egging it.
Made a meal out of that, Morgan Rogers.
Here's Conser. Is there a bit of tension building for Villa here? Because, you know, it's a big game for them.
It does seem that way.
Big game for them, and they just seem to be a bit rigid at the moment.
But again, it goes back to what you said before. If they get a goal...
Yeah, the confidence will start to flow.
Yeah.
Mikey Moore. They probably expected to be in the lead by a couple of goals by now. Maatsen down the left, crosses it in, and Danso is able to clear. Only as far as Onana. Now Conser. Torres in the half space. Onana. Quicker football from Villa here. Here's McGinn down the left. Onana. Gray looks to pinch it.
Well played, Archie.
Forced back to Torres. Conser now. They're just kind of waiting for their moment to progress the ball. Here's Asensio. Asensio now to Pau Torres and to Conser.
But Spurs' shape is decent here.
Here's Kamara.
They're finding it really hard to break us down here, Villa.
Maatsen to Onana, who's Kamara. Conser into the area, and Asensio's flick, and it's wide.
No, I'm very happy with the way this is going, this game so far. You know, sitting compact, sitting fairly deep. Villa are trying it really hard to break us down, and when we get our opportunities to go forward, we're looking okay.
I think they're definitely winning that midfield battle, though.
Oh, that's for sure.
At the moment, we're finding it hard. We're going to go long here, it looks like, are we? Yeah, Kinsky is going long. Towards Sarr. Loses out the header, but here's Reguilon with the... I don't know what that is.
Come on, Reggie.
Just battered it out of play for no reason.
Marcus Rashford, 4 goals, 5 assists this season from him. He's just sitting on the sidelines with his fat diamond-crusted chain.
And his daughter. Danso, headed on by Spence. Flick on by Odebear into Gray. Nice play. Gray tries to go for an up and under towards Son, but doesn't quite get it right. And Cash gets it back to Martinez. Now, Pau Torres. Looking for that ball forward. He's one who's been... Those passes forward from Torres has been hurting us. Onana into Watkins, flicks it, and Son doesn't beat Asensio to it, and Tell can't get near him, and he gets past him easily, and past Sonny, and now here comes Asensio through to Watkins, blocked by Danso, and Reguilon can get it clear. Lovely play from Asensio there.
Asensio's been doing that all season. He's got such great control.
We keep playing it right into that midfield, and we're just kind of losing it every time. Here's Sarr. Looking to play it forward into Son on the left. Tell, on the left. Cuts it back. Does well. And into Son. Lovely ball. And Son on the left-hand side. Go for goal. Oh, doesn't make a decision and cuts it back. Here's Matisse Tell. Now, we had an opening there and he kind of wasted it, Sonny. And we've kind of gone backwards now. Overhit the pass.
It was like just that split second, wasn't it?
Yeah, should have probably had a shot or done something. It's better than this, betting him back in this position. Danso goes over the top. It's a poor ball. And back to Villa. It's lovely play from Asensio. Past 2 players. Lovely through ball on top of that as well. But good block from Danso. Made sure that Kinsky didn't have to do any work. Nice.
That's his bread and butter, Danso. That's what he's so good at. Here come Villa again.
Pau Torres into Watkins. Nice quick interchange, but don't quite make it. Odebear picks the ball up, but he's been tackled by Onana. He's onto him like a flash. And here's Maatsen down the left into Rodgers across the face, and Davis can clear. Mikey Moore trying to hold it up, and McGinn outmuscles him. Here's Maatsen into Rodgers, who's in the box. He's going to take on Spence as a 1-2 with Maatsen. Gets to the byline, cross it to the back post. Kamara can't keep it in. Oh, half an hour. This game's flying by.
Not what you expected, isn't it? We thought this was going to be a long old slog, didn't we?
And we're still in the game.
Yeah, we're more than in the game. I mean, look, Villa have been the better side, don't get me wrong, but we're here, man. When we go forward, we're looking fairly dangerous. We just need to up our decision levels.
Look at possession, 72% for Villa. We're struggling to impose ourselves at all in that midfield, though. It's a bit of a problem there. Every time at the moment we're putting in that area, we're really struggling. Ball into the Sarr, who wins the header. Can he win the second one? He does. Can't get it to Sonny, though. Kamara again picks up Tell pressing, but loses out.
How many teenagers have we got on the pitch?
Moore, Tell, Gray. Odebear's 20 now, is he? McGinn turns Spence and gets the better of him and gets him behind him. He's in the box here, but Spence does well, forces him back. But it forces it back to Maatsen in the box. Laid off to Kamara, lays off to Rodgers, flicks it for Watkins, pulls it back, and Moore can clear. Oh, no one wanted to shoot. And the Villa crowd groan. Someone had to shoot there.
15 minutes to go till half time.
Consa now. Matty Cash down the right-hand side. Into Asensio in that half space on the right-hand side. Into Cash, who's free. Reguilon gets to him, but down the line to Rodgers in the box, pulls it back, and Reguilon's there to intercept. And now Tottenham looking to counter.
Defending from Spurs.
Tell, Odebear's on the march if he can find him. Son into Tell. Can he keep the ball? He cuts inside. He gets tackled. It's going to fall to Son. Space, go. But no one there. No one's there helping him. And he goes backwards and slows the game down a bit.
Got a super chat from Artist T. Says, if we win the Europa League, Sim, you should shave your head. And Ben, you should get a hair transplant. Think of it as a trade-off.
Why should it be a trade-off? I'm the one who's been saying and should stay. If anything, I don't know. I can't tell you to shave your head again. Why should I lose my hair for it?
I agree.
You agree?
That's definitely what should happen. I'll get the transplant.
Yeah.
And Sim should show
Reguilon with the ball in the box. Oh, nearly falls to a Tottenham player in there, but it's just cleared away. Long ball forward. Davis wins the header, but only as far as Watkins. And he gets it away from Gray and Son. Held up from Gray. And he turns him. Oh, it's a bad one from Gray. It's going to be booking.
Sorry, that's class from Watkins, though. That is absolutely class.
Great hold-up play.
Hold-up play 101 there from Ollie Watkins.
THFC Melly says Mason Melliot just scored.
Oh, did he?
That's what he just said. Unless he's lying. Oh.
Who's he playing for? Pats? St. Pat's?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Mason Mellier, 14th minute.
Only
Nice goal at the back
three.
post.
It says only 3 Tottenham players of teenagers have ever started more in a single campaign than Archie Gray.
Only 3.
Yeah,
So who would they be?
he just said them, so I know them.
Oh. Who are they?
Aaron Lennon,
Okay.
Dele Alli,
Right.
and Judas.
Judas. So only 2 then.
Only 2. He's not a Tottenham player. Offside, is it, or foul? That goes to show how much he's actually played.
Key says if we win the Europa League, Ben should shave his eyelash.
Eyelash.
Josh Bonner with the super chat says the biggest problem we've had all season is that we can't match any teams physically and technically. We can never seem to get the ball off of people.
I think at the beginning of the season, our pressing was quite good. We were able to get the ball off of them, but it seemed as though we definitely had trouble like stopping a few transitions, well, a few good ones anyway. I definitely think since December, physically, 100% I agree with that. 100%. We've really struggled physically with most teams. And technically, to be honest.
All right, here we go. 10 minutes to go till half time. Spurs playing it around the back here with Ben Davis and Reguilon.
Doing a job. Reguilon, though, tries a nutmeg and loses it, and Rodgers nutmegs him instead. Gives it off to Asensio. Rodgers now on the right-hand side. Trying to get to the byline. Davis holding him up, pulls it back to Asensio on the edge of the area. Asensio going to go for goal! Oh, my word, it's just wide.
I thought that was in.
He wanted a deflection. Referee says no.
Oh, man, I thought that was in. What an effort
Kinsky was just holding his breath. He was...
Literally, he was a beaten man.
Yeah, beaten man. Stood still. Time stopped for a moment. Oh, that is close.
No deflection there, though. I don't know what Asensio's on about. Let's see this again. Nah.
Asensio couldn't get near it, but it's a good effort. Long ball forward. Can tell win the header. It's foul against Tottenham. Free kick to Villa.
Another one.
I think Villa will be a bit frustrated with how this has gone.
Definitely. They would have seen the team lineup, the team sheet, and they
Thought
would
this
have been
would be
licking their lips. But I think you've got to give credit to Spurs for how compact they're looking and, you know, how strong they are at the moment.
Here's Konsa. Cash down the right-hand side now. Asensio's there. Sarr's coming to approach him, and he fouls him. But referee waves play on. Asensio still has it. He fouls him again. And it's going to be a free kick. And is it a yellow? That's 2 fouls in 1 there for Sarr. Gets away with another booking after Cash was calling for a booking earlier as well from him. What was that, 4th foul?
For Sarr.
3rd foul at least? Well, I guess if that only counts as 1 foul.
That only counts as 1 and the one before. So I think it's 2 fouls.
John Riggins going to whip this one in. Tottenham very high on the edge of the penalty area. Whip to the back post, and Konsa's in there, and saved by Kinsky. Look comfortable so far, Kinsky.
Yeah, it was all about that save he made earlier on in the game. What a save that was. But apart from that, hasn't really been tested too much.
Jed Spence over the top. Wasteful. Back into Martinez. Kind of losing our way a bit on the ball. We haven't really got into their half for a while. Here's Pau Torres. Onana. Odegaard pressing, doesn't quite get it close enough to him. Pau Torres, though, good. Well, looking for the switch to Cash, and Reguilon's going to pick this one up. And we keep clipping it into midfield with very little joy, but Tell's actually won it, luckily. Here's Reguilon to Sarr, back to Reguilon. Clips it, but loses it to Rodgers. And now Asensio in acres of space, in to McGinn, turns away from Spence. John McGinn, nutmeg on Sarr, Gray batters it away. So someone needs to be coming short to these defenders and, creating passing angles, because we just keep clipping it into midfield and they're just bossing it. They're so much more physical than us.
You know what? Do you not think, though, like Archie Gray's putting a bit of more of a decent showing than we've seen from him in the past?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, off the ball, but it's like when you're asked to win a duel or what's called retain the ball, we're just not doing it. We're just clipping it into midfield and no one's doing anything. We're just allowing it to come back. I think we're definitely a bit more disciplined off the ball for sure, and we're making it a lot more difficult for them. Here's Konsa to Kamara. Cuts inside Tell. Into Matson on the edge of the box. Spence tries to nip in, but it gets into Asensio, who's on against Mikey Moore. Clips it in, and away by Odegaard. Now Son maybe on a counter here. Tell's on a run. If he can hold this up, Sonny goes into full pelt here, Sonny. Away from Kamara. Brilliant from Son. He's got Tell. Come on. Don't waste it. Oh, and he has wasted it. It's behind everyone. He had more space than he thought, I think.
Yeah, but it was a lack of options, though. It was literally Tell against 4 defenders.
Have a shot then. Cut inside and shoot. Oh, nice place from Spence. He wins it off McGinn, but it falls to Matson.
This Villa team today are beatable, man. They're really not playing that well, and I know they're dominating.
The way Son got away from Kamara there.
There are opportunities for it if we want it.
The way he got away from Kamara was very impressive. Looked very quick there. He had a lot of space to run into. You think over that kind of distance, Kamara would catch up with him, but he didn't.
They're going to take him off at half-time, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. I think we've seen enough. I think we're going to start him. Torres.
So what you're saying is Sonny on the left, and who in the 10? Because Odegaard's not really done much today.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to start Rishi and Solanke together.
Yeah, that's what I want to see.
Matson now.
Are they on the bench? Yeah, they're both on the bench.
They're both on the bench. They take on Mikey Moore. Gives off to Onana. Here's Pau Torres. Onana clips it to the back post. Matt Cash is there across the face, and Reguilon picks it up and clears. And ball rolls it in the area and gives it off to Son. And again, want a breakaway. We've got 3 on the right there. Tell's there. He gives it off to Tell. Can he get there ahead of Konsa? He can't. Konsa beats him to it. Konsa's too physical. Couldn't get the better of him. Definitely looking at our best when we're giving it to Son.
Yeah, Son looks dangerous, but it's still that final ball, isn't it, that's hurting us?
Yeah, I think it's more lack of options, I think. But yeah, the final ball as well could be better. McGinn. Torres. Kamara turns in the centre circle. Here he is again. Torres to Matson. 1-2 of Rodgers. Into Matson in space. Danto hesitates. Gives off to Asensio in the box. Clips it. Oh, looking for Watkins, and it's going to be cleared by Gray. They're calling for something, but in the Spurs players. But I don't know. It wasn't given, whatever it was. Asensio, we're a few minutes away from half-time here. Matson on the left-hand side crosses it in, and Kinsky claims. Well done, Kinsky. Good ball. You've got Odebear and Tell there. It's tough. Look, he's got a bit of space there. He can keep going. One of them's got to hang back, I think. They kind of both went for it. Long ball forward, Son battling with Cash. Cash wins the header. Odebear loses out to Onana, but it's going to fall back to Son, who heads it into Sarr. Sarr into Davis. Danso now. Spence into Moore. Down the line for Odebear. Oh, it's handball. Yeah, handball. He's, given a free kick. Bounced off his arm.
Couple minutes to go now till half time. Still 0-0 here at Villa Park.
Here's Onana. Konsa to Torres. McGinn, Spence coming to him. Can't get away, can't shake him off, so he back to Torres. Past Odebear. Into Matson in the area, lays off to Torres on the left. Good block by Danso. It's going to fall to Asensio past Odebear. Keeps it away from him and retains possession. And he whips it. Good block by Spence. Only as far as Torres. Into Asensio. Looking for Matson in behind. Gray blocks it. Well done, Archie.
Corner to Villa. Going into the last minute of the half. Just hold out now till half time. Just hold out, boys. How many changes do you reckon we're going to see at half time?
Probably just Son.
You don't think Bentancur or Basuma will come on?
Not really need for it at the moment.
Well, you keep saying we're losing the midfield battle. So
yeah, true. I guess there is a need, and that's from that sense there's a need for it. What was there? Ball in the box. Cash at the back post. His header's up in the end. Son heads it away. Cash turns away from Tell. Offside. Well done, Tottenham. Yeah, I don't think we are losing that midfield battle. That's definitely true.
But you're not bothered about it.
Yeah, basically. Unless it's like, I think Gray's doing some good covering. Sarr is, on the ball it should be more, but I don't know if it changes too much, just taking one off and putting Bentancur on. So, as long as we're, just keeping them away for the time being, we'll keep at it. Kinsky.
1 minute added on.
Sarr misses the header. Here's Rodgers. A loose ball. Mikey Moore doesn't quite get there. And Onana with a lovely ball out wide looking for Matson, but Danso sweeps up and keeps it in. Looking for Odebear. Can't find him. Pau Torres to Martinez. 20 seconds. Ten seconds to go. Asensio. Kamara, last chance of the half. Maybe Mikey Moore batters it away, and it's half time. Half time at Villa Park. 0-0. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought as well? I thought we were definitely going to be one or two goals down by half time. And you got to give the team credit. Nobody gave Spurs any sort of chance today. And I think we've put in a good showing, to be honest, under the circumstances. Villa have had all the possession. Villa have had all the play, and they've created the majority of the chances. But when Spurs have the opportunity to go forward, I think we are looking somewhat dangerous with Sonny out there on the left-hand side. He's the real only outlet for Tottenham, and maybe decision-making could be a bit better. But what I'm most proud about with the team today is the way they've stuck in there, the way they've been compact, and when they've been hard to score against, essentially.
Yeah, and I think we've definitely adjusted our pressing again for this game. I think we've... let's go. I want to see if I can get the United game on, but we've definitely adjusted our pressing a lot better than we have maybe for the game before against Palace. I think on the counter-attack we look decent. We look Sonny, I think, is definitely our best outlet at the moment. When he gets the ball, he's looking dangerous and looking like something might happen. I do think as the half has gone on, they've gained a bit more control, and I think they obviously have created a lot of chances. but I think, look, I still find it hard to believe we're probably going to get anything out of this game. But I think I'm impressed with we'd be a bit more resolute, making it a bit harder for them to make chances, not so open like we were against Palace. And I think we're doing okay at the moment.
I think what's clear to see is that we're working really hard as a team, particularly off the ball in terms of shutting them down in just ahead of our box. And I think the players like Archie Gray, Danso, Ben Davis, these kind of players are working really hard off the ball to keep Villa at bay. They really are. And Reguilon as well. Reguilon, he's had a few iffy moments on the ball, but off the ball, I think he's doing really well.
Yeah, and I think when we're in our shape, we've been a bit harder to break down, and it's been nice. I think Gray's been covering a lot better. I still think when he's like dueling with Onana and Kamara and things, he's still, it's hard for him. But I think
it's kind of expected though, that isn't it? Because you're talking about like top Premier League midfielders.
Yeah, but it's just still the case. And I think as well, Mikey Moore is struggling to get in the game. It's been difficult for him, I think, on this game. But I think when it comes to reading the game positional wise, blocking passes, that kind of thing, I think they're doing all right. They're doing quite well, and we're being a lot more resolute. And I think Villa are getting a bit frustrated at the moment. They've had chances, don't get me wrong. Kinsky's obviously had to make one wonderful save from Rodgers. And they did have a few good openings. But I think, Tottenham have been a lot better than they have been in previous Premier League games, put it that way.
I guess my biggest disappointments are maybe, Odebear's not been able to get in the game by any stretch of the imagination. Moore hasn't been able to get into the game. Most of his work has been kind of off the ball work. The only player in the front line that's actually showing anything today is Sonny.
Yeah, Odebear had that one moment with Tell, that good link up that nearly scored.
But if anything's going to come for us today, it's all going to come through Sonny on the left-hand side, but he's probably going to go off now at half-time.
Yeah, probably, and probably Rishi or Solanke will come on, which maybe means Tell moves to the left. And maybe he's in a more comfortable position. But yeah, there was one good link up between Odebear and Tell on the counter attack, which we nearly scored from, which was nice to see. Nice flick from nice backheel attempt from Odebear. But yeah, he has struggled to get in the game as well, for sure. In that number 10 position, it's tough for him to be on the ball. I don't know. I think probably if I'm saying who's who's the best player so far on our team, probably Son. Albeit he's wasted a few opportunities. And then after that, maybe you're looking at Danso. Kinsky's probably up there. He's had a good game.
Yeah, Kinsky's done very well in terms of that one save. A few routine ones in there as well. He's commanding his box well, Kinsky. But I feel like Sarr and Gray off the ball are doing really well to shut them down.
Yeah, I think so. It's just in terms of screening, not in terms of making tackles or anything like that, but just blocking passes, blocking crosses. When they get to the byline, they're in position. I think definitely they're definitely looking like they're in a double pivot rather than Gray being in a lone six. And I think that's definitely helping him.
I guess Spence been a bit of a disappointment today. He looks a bit erratic.
Yeah, he's not been fantastic. Spence, I think it's fair.
There's just kind of a few moments in there where you just expect him to show a bit of calmness and a bit more, I don't even know what the word is, but I just feel like in these kind of games recently, his performance have been declining a bit recently.
Yeah, and I think definitely the fullbacks have been a bit guilty of just lumping the ball forward. Maybe it's a lack of options, but a lot of the time they're getting the ball and just lumping it aimlessly. And obviously with the kind of attackers we have on, they're not really the kind of attackers who are going to hold it up or anything. And at the moment, anything going in behind, you got Concert mopping that up, you got Pau Torres mopping it up. So it's been difficult for them to feed off the kind of service we've had. We haven't been able to play it through the midfield. The only joy we've really had is on counter attacks. When they're Villa attacking, we kind of nick it off them, and then we give it into Son, and then all of a sudden we look a lot dangerous. And Son, I have to say, I know his maybe final ball was a bit disappointing, but his pace looks good today.
100%.
There was one time he just strode away from Kamara over a long distance, and Kamara couldn't get near him, and that was very impressive.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And a lot of people have been suggesting all season his pace has gone. I mean, that doesn't look like that today, does it?
Yeah, it looks a lot better. And I know he's wasted a few opportunities. He's got to be doing better with some of the chances he's gotten himself. But at the end of the day, he's the only one getting us chances, to be honest.
Yeah. So look, all in all, I think from a an offensive standpoint, it's been frustrating. But from a defensive standpoint, I think we're doing well. Yes, Villa have had chances, and yes, Villa are the better team and dominating the game. But with making 11 changes from our starting 11 at Bodo, can you really have too much complaints about how we've managed the game today?
Yeah, it's gone better than I could have expected. Much better than I could have expected. I expected us to at least be a goal down by this stage, 100%, and probably conceded a lot more chances, and probably not have made any chances, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, look, I'm not sitting here saying it's been a phenomenal performance and
it's just better than what we expected.
Yeah, much better than we expected. I expected it to be a lot easier for Villa, and I'm sure maybe in the second half, they'll maybe ramp it up. It's a massive game for them, and they've got substitutes to bring on as well. But I think it's going all right for Tottenham so far, definitely.
Going to talk about the final in a second, but just want to let you guys know the stream is sponsored by the Great Express VPN, people who have servers in 105 countries, game-changing speeds. You can use up to 8 devices as well, and works on every single platform, people. And tell me, is there a better VPN to use to watch Europa League final than ExpressVPN? I can answer that question for you because there isn't. There literally isn't.
Exactly. If you're in a country that, for one reason or another, isn't showing the Europa League final, all you have to do is get ExpressVPN, put yourself in the country you need to be in, and you can stream from anywhere in the world and watch that Europa League final on Wednesday, and so you don't miss a moment of the action. ExpressVPN also protects you from data brokers, it protects your data, protects your Wi-Fi passwords as well. As you said, you can, with one account, you can use up to 8 different devices. So it definitely is the best VPN on the market.
And they've got a limited deal that is running from now until the end of the season. So not long to go to get this deal. And it's a 14-day free trial, people. So that means pay absolutely nothing today. And if you're happy with the service, I guarantee you will be delighted with the service. At the end of those 14 days, you pick which subscription you want, and then you pay on that particular day. So stay safe online, stream securely with ease, and connect instantly with one press. The link is in the communities, in the live chat. The link is in the QR code on screen right now, and it's also in the bio of this video. So look, there's only one place to go right now if you need a VPN, and every single person in this day and age needs a VPN. So get your asses over to ExpressVPN, people. So in terms of Sonny, he's going to go off now. Has he done enough in this first half to warrant a place in the starting lineup on Wednesday?
Yeah, I would say so. Based off, first of all, it's not like anyone else is showing much more. First of all, so I can't. I think if he's going to be dropped, it's going to be dropped for one of the players on the pitch, isn't he? It's going to be dropped for Tell or Odebear or more.
Yeah.
So I think out of all of them, he's showing much more than all of them. But I think in terms of sharpness and his pace and looking threatening, I think he's shown enough to suggest that in that final he can be ready to make an impact.
So what do you envisage the forward line being then against Manchester United? Because we're saying Sonny on the left, we're saying Solanke up top, we're saying Brennan on the right.
Yeah, and I think we're looking potentially Solanke a bit deeper with Richarlison.
So Richarlison up top and Solanke just a bit deeper.
I think so. That's what his lineup is suggesting. He's looking at.
I think that would be the best way to go. To be honest.
Also, you have that physicality there in the front line on set pieces, and just in general, we can match them physically.
And as well, you're looking at Richarlison and Solanke being there at the same time. You can have Sonny and Brennan kind of spamming in the balls, and you've got 2 real aerial threats in the box there. And not only that, though, you've got 2 proper workhorses there in the forward line where you can press the living hell out of them. Yeah,
exactly. And as you say, box presence could be very vital with Porro on the pitch, swinging crosses into them and them being threatening. Man United have very much struggled from crosses this season. And if you got Son and Porro crossing it from either side, I think that could be something we could really take advantage of. The only thing, obviously, I'm worried about is Solanke, getting lost in that midfield role if he's dropping a bit deeper and either off the ball or doing the right things off the ball, making sure he's tracking the right people, making sure he's doing the right things. He's stepping into midfield if he needs to. But knowing, how hard he works, how quick he can learn, I think he can do that job if it's a one-off game. And I think when we get into the ball into the final third, we got them penned in a bit if we do get to that situation. And we've got the quality of Porro and Son from wide areas, I think they're going to struggle to deal with Solanke and Richarlison up front.
So are we saying that we pretty much know the starting 11 then that's going to play on Wednesday with, Vicario goal, the back four's the back four with Porro, Doggy, Van de Ven, Romero, Bentang or Basuma obviously going to have the double pivot, and then the front four that we've just spoken about.
Yeah, unless something dramatic happens in this half, which would convince maybe one of the other players could play the 10 ahead of Solanke, and Solanke goes up front. I think that will be the lineup. I think that's very, very likely at this point.
So in terms of looking into the second half, we're saying Son is most likely going to go off at half time.
Probably for Johnson.
You reckon Brendan comes on?
Or Richarlison? Johnson or Richarlison?
Do you not reckon that he tries to bring on a Solanke and try him in a bit of a deeper role?
Could do that as well. Yeah, maybe just test out for a half.
And move Odegaard back onto the wing.
Yeah, that's also... There's so many possibilities. But yeah, I think that's probably what I would do, to be honest. Let me see if there's... Because sometimes you get a little word of anyone warming up for half-time. Let me see if we can see anything. But yeah, I think that's probably... If we're intending on playing Solanke deeper, it will be good to see him in a game situation in that role.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying. But I
can't.
It's nice to see him with the dynamic with Richarlison, though. That's the thing.
That's the thing is, I can't see us bringing on Solanke and putting him deeper when we're playing Tell up front or someone who's probably not going to do that.
Yeah, that's why I want to see them come on together, a Richarlison and a Solanke. Maybe bring them both on for the second half.
Yeah, maybe give it a half. But if one of them gets injured, then we're in trouble. But yeah, I think. Let's see if there's any word of any substitutions.
Need to go do Dyer.
Let's see if there's any word of any subs. Second half is about to start in a couple of minutes' time. What would halftime subs would you see, people? Odegaard is crap. Sorry, be weird playing against Eriksen in the final. Hope he gives us a penalty. Someone say I'll take Son off. And put Solanke. What was it? I'll take Son off. Oh, I've lost it. United have scored. Oh God. Have United scored, people? Can you let me know let us know in the chat. Have United scored? Odegaard should be sent on loan. Maguire. Well. Both Europa League teams putting on a bit of a show the game before the Europa League. It's 1-0 United.
No way.
Maguire.
Really? Bloody hell.
Apparently, anyway. See this. Someone who gets in swing in. Luke Shaw. Just watching it now.
Well, here come the
All
boys
right.
for the second half.
Any subs in the offing? Some saying people are saying it's offside. Yeah, Maguire, good finish. Bruno whips it in. Is it offside? 0-0 offside.
No. It's 1-0.
There's a check going on. Is it on or off?
It was a Bruno assist.
Yeah. Someone saying offside.
Yeah, 0-0.
0-0. No goal.
Yeah.
They just confirmed it on TV, actually. I haven't seen any... Is Son out there? Yeah, Son's there, so no sub. Oh, that is tight. Oh, my word. That's Maguire. How's he... Oh, he's a shoulder offside.
Like it was his arm, yeah. All right, here we go.
So no subs. Sonny is going to get a bit more time.
Do we need to do the scoreboard? We had a super chat from Glitch, just with the thumbs up. Big up to you, Glitch. And we got a members chat from Andrew Din. Great game management. Had Ange played like this during our injury crisis, turn 18 one-goal losses into a few wins or draws, I would have stayed Ange in. Hashtag Coys, UCL, and Ange out. Do you agree with that?
I think that's definitely a case made for it, I think he definitely... Yeah, he definitely could have. But I think as well, it's hard to know because you got you're not sitting in with we've got probably a better back line. Well, I guess it's hard to make that statement for this game, but obviously we're playing great at centre back for a lot of it. Yeah, I think it's hard to argue it, to be honest. It's hard to argue we shouldn't have been a bit more different approach maybe during that run-in. I think we did change it, to be honest. We weren't as high pressing, but I don't think we were as organised as this. That's for sure. Yeah. I think that's fair to say. I don't think we were as full throttle and as we were earlier in the season when we had all those injuries. I think we definitely changed things, but I think the changes maybe weren't enough or weren't successful, I think. Spence with the clearance. Matt Cash plays it back to Konsa. Here is Pau Torres. Oh, good ball into Asensio. Touch away from Sarr. Davis loses the header, but Gray gets it clear. Onana's going to win this. Into McGinn. Into Asensio. Taking on Spence. Spence with a block, and it's going to be a corner.
Got to watch out for our aerial threats. They've got so many, don't they? Konsa, Pau Torres, Onana, Kamara, Watkins.
Yeah, they've been very good from set pieces this season. I think the one scored one of the most highest scoring teams.
I mean, more than us because we're third.
I think so. They're one of the teams higher than us. Comes in and Kinsky claims. Well done.
That's a good throw from Kinsky.
Odebear's in behind it. Oh, his touch gets it away from him and Maatsen gets it away. Good throw by Kinsky. Odebear should be doing more with that.
That was a fantastic throw. Really
his touch just evaded him. So Odebear will be disappointed with that. Nice play from Spence.
And here come Villa again. Onana. Out to Matty Cash. Spurs once again sitting in that deep position, every man behind the ball.
Odebear trying to rob it off Onana. Gives it off to Matt Cash. Goes for the cross. And Watkins is there. Wide. Good swing by Cash. Oh, away. What a good play, Danso. Yep, does well. Just puts him off there. Kinsky to Davis. Oh, his pass is blocked. Thrown to Tottenham. Throw into Spurs. Reguilon's going to take into Sarr. Not being pressed and allowed to just boot it away. Can he hold it up? Konsa's too strong for him.
That was weak, though.
He's given a foul. What's he given? Oh, Tell's put his head in there. Calm down.
Chill out, Tell, man.
He did give a foul. I think he's given he's given something. He blew his whistle. I don't know what's going on here. Something. He's been seeing something. He's telling Tell to chill out. Referee stopped the game.
Yeah, Sonny acting as peacemaker here.
He's saying Konsa left something on him. He's not happy with it. Tell is still going at it. Reguilon now getting involved. If anyone we can afford to get sent off, it's Reguilon. Oh, he's showing a mark on his chest or something.
Big up to David. Welcome to Gold, my friend. Welcome to the We Are Tottenham family.
I don't know what's happened. They're going to show a replay. So Tell's there trying to...
Just holding on to him, Konsa, and then
he kind of kicks him a bit, and little swing. He's saying Tell swung his arm. They're looking at Onana and Reguilon. There's a VAR decision. Let's see this. Onana. Is that it?
Don't tell me they're checking for that.
I think that's it.
Oh, do me a favour,
God's
man. That is nothing in that.
Yeah, look, I think they've checked it. They've cleared it.
Reguilon, man, look at it.
Look at this mark he has left on me. Look at that. He pushed him. God's sake.
I love Reguilon, man.
Trying anything. Concert into Cash, and now Kamara. Game's got a bit of a feisty edge to it now. Kamara into Osensio. It's a good ball, but Danso does well to clear.
That was hilarious from Reguilon. He lifted up his shirt about 5 times.
Yeah, legit. Look, here we go. We are making a sub.
Bissouma.
Safa Bissouma.
The Bissouma Renaissance, man.
Remontada. Has he picked up something, Sar? No, I think he's all right.
I don't know, he's not moving.
Yeah, he doesn't
well.
look happy, does he? Yeah, maybe he's picked something up here, Sar. Hopefully it's not another injury ahead of the final.
Come on, Biss.
They're singing "You're not fit to referee."
For what? For not sending off Onana?
No, for checking it, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, the Villa fans are singing
I
it.
think so, yeah. Concert to Kamara. Matt Cash on his left foot swings it to the back post. McGinn's in there. There's Kinsky coming to claim. Well done, Kinsky.
He's really commanded that box, Kinsky, today. Here
Reece
comes
James
Mikey
hit the
Moore.
post. Moore into Spence. He's going to get there, is he? Oh, it's just overhit. Pau Torres with a good challenge.
Wow, what a hit that was from James.
Yeah, hit the post. Ooh. Here's Davis. Nice ball to Son. Can he flick it into Reguilon? He does. Can Reguilon keep it in? Keep it to Son. Find a man. Here's Son. Goes down the left-hand side. On the left, he crosses it in. Oh, decent ball by Martinez as well to get that out of the air. And he goes quick to Watkins. Can Danso win that? He does. Gray flicks it. Oh, into Mikey Moore. Well done. Moore into Gray. And a foul on Gray. Free kick to Tottenham.
Come on.
Here's Sonny on the left-hand side. To Reguilon. He's going to whip this in. Reguilon. No one's there. But Spencer's going to pick this up at the far post. Go on. Go down the line. Down the line. No. Doesn't have confidence in himself. Here's Davis. Reguilon. Into Son. Can he take Matt Cash on? Down to Odebear. Here's Son. Takes on Kamara. Plays all the way back to Davis. Sorry, Reguilon. Here's Gray. Tottenham having a spell possession now. This is good. Danso. Spence to Moore. Trying to keep it away from Maatsen. Not really going anywhere, Tottenham. Here's Danso. Davis to Reguilon. Just going side to side, looking for some sort of opening. Son chips it into Tell. Tell makes a movement ahead of Konsa and flicks into Son. Well done, Tell. Son. Oh, it didn't go early to Moore. Goes to Spence instead. And now Moore on the right-hand side. Moore, all about whipping it in early. Decides against it. Here's Spence. Danso. Reguilon. Now Tell's on the left-hand side. He's going to take Cash on. Go on. Flicks it into Son. Into Bissouma. Tottenham is starting to control things all of a sudden. Here's Gray. Over the top, looking for Mikey Moore. Is it offside? Referee doesn't blow his whistle. Mikey Moore tries to win a throw, and he does. Well done, Mikey.
Nice little spell here from Tottenham.
Spence into Gray. Spence. Danso stepping in. Gives it off to Davis. Goes long for Sonny. I think he's overhit that, yeah. Ugh. Concert.
Tell thought about the press and then he retreated.
Here's Maatsen. Spence pressing McGinn, but McGinn shields the ball well. Gives off to Onana. Maatsen flicks it back to Onana. Quick interchange. Here's Torres. Concert out wide to Cash. And Cash cuts inside. Doesn't whip the ball in. Tries to go on his left foot. Gives it off to Kamara. Groans from the Villa fans that he didn't whip it in. His Torres back post. Oh, it's good play by Basuma. Oh, but his pass into Tell was poor and is cut out. And now here come Villa again. Asensio goes down the byline, cuts it back and blocked and corner. Villa's turn to pile on the pressure.
Here we go. Asensio with the corner. To who?
Maybe a Chelsea penalty. Tell clears. Odebear, can he get into Tell? Is he going to get there ahead of Kamara? He's got the pace. And he's got it, but he can't beat Kamara
Unlucky.
to it. Unlucky.
Is it a penalty, Chelsea?
I don't think so. Didn't look like a penalty to me. Well, it did touch his hand, though. No, it looks like it's a play on. Asensio over the top. Spence. Oh, Moore loses it. And Spence have been fouled, isn't he? And Maatsen, good block by Danso. Weak by Spence if he's not fouled there. Shouldn't be allowing himself to be out-muscled in that situation. Mikey Moore, he loses it, and then Spence loses it. It's poor from both of them. But Danso's done well. Another good block from him.
Saar went straight down the tunnel.
Doesn't look good if that's the case. Just a knock, mate. McGinn's corner. Header and Concer's 1-0.
Inevitable.
It was going to come at some point, wasn't it?
Inevitable.
Flicked on. Concer flicks on from a corner. And Aston Villa do have the lead here at Villa Park. Ezri Konsa has put it away.
The Tottenham fan.
Oh, they're doing a little dance. Oh, there's relief for Aston Villa. Disappointment for Tottenham.
Now we're going to see what this team on the pitch is made out of.
They're not made out of much. I can tell you. They're going to this. McGinn. Oh, Konsa, why is no one near him? Who had him? Where is he? I don't know.
Bissouma.
Tell's there. No one watching him. Just by himself. What was it? Watkins win the header.
How are you just letting Ezri Konsa completely
just
free in the box like that? It's a bit
easy
of a joke,
finish.
man. All that hard work keeping Villa at bay, and then you do that.
Oh,
Through Bissouma's legs, I think
Yeah.
that was.
Tell and Basuma, between them, one of them's got to be picking him up. Ross Barkley and Bailey are ready to come on as well. Don't know if that's going to change anything, that goal. Here's McGinn. Reguilon loses it and Kamara picks it up. Oh, and Watkins in the box. Save by Kinsky. Good save.
Bloody hell, Tottenham. Come on. Watkins gone down hurt in the box. Not sure what happened there.
Because I think he was battling with the Danso. I think Danso slided in on him. Oh, Davis does. Oh, good save by Kinsky.
He left one on him there, Ben Davis. Look at this.
They're both going for the ball. Oh, good save by Kinsky. He's made a few of them today.
I think Kinsky's definitely been our best player today, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Watkins is asking for a penalty here.
Davis gets there first. Well, an hour mark, and Sonny's still on.
Yeah, so it looks like Ross Barkley is about to come on.
Well, he was, and now he's put his top back on. He was stripped already.
He's getting instructions from the set piece coach, apparently.
Foul by Tell, free kick to Villa, a foul on Konsa again, and that one's boiling over.
There's two players
down. Rogers
is
well.
down, Konsa's down.
Tell's been booked.
I think it was only a matter of time till Tell was going to get
Rogers and Konsa collided with each other.
Yeah, that's a bit cynical from Tell. Spurs on their way to number 21.
Could be a free kick to Villa. I'm waiting for the restart. Here's Cash. Kamara. Pau Torres to Konsa. Here's Torres. Danso trying to get on him, but they're having good spell possession now. Here's Torres. Villa currently 4th at the moment.
Oh, 4th. Who do they have last day? Oh, they got Manchester United, don't they?
Rogers taking on Reguilon. Crossed it. Good block by Reguilon. And Kinsky comes and claims again. Well done, Kinsky. Had a great game so far.
I see.
And a good throw to Sonny, who's still on the pitch. Cuts inside well. He's got Moore on the run if he can find him. He's got Gray there. Goes for Spence. Into Moore. Mikey Moore's forced backwards. Doesn't trust himself. And Kinsky, now Danso. Basuma. Law over the top for Moore. He's going to get in behind there ahead of Matson. Matson.
Oh, referee.
Foul. Yeah, foul. Well done, Moore. Wins the free kick.
Shoves him in the back.
Yeah,
what
come on,
it's
a foul.
Can we make something out of this free kick?
Matisse Tell is over it. Reguilon's there as well. Are you actually going to give it to Reguilon? Right, Matisse Tell is going to take this. I think, anyway. Very deep, Villa are. He's going to leave for Reguilon. He goes for it into the wall, falls to Tell, and he's blocked. He doesn't even win a corner.
What's going on here at Chelsea?
Still 0-0, I think.
Oh, is he checking for a red card for that?
No, I don't think so. Here's Gray. Danso now. Spence over the top. Good. Tell takes it in his stride, lays it off to Moore. Moore cuts inside, can't get away from Onana, lays it into Spence. Oh, Gray was making a run, but they didn't go for him. Tell, not a great ball. Here he is again. Nice touch there from Tell, but a bad second touch, and Danso puts out for a goal kick. Batters it clear, of course he does.
Does Danso know what finesse is?
No. He's just a battering ram, isn't he?
He doesn't know finesse exists. They just showed a graphic. The last Spurs shot on target was on the 16th minute.
Yeah.
Come on, Tottenham. Maybe Jan should make a few changes now. I'm surprised Sonny's played this long, to be honest.
Me too. I'm surprised he's still on. Pau Torres. Kamara. Torres. Villa now settling into spell possession again. Onana. Konsa to Cash. Asensio. Konsa over the top looking for Matt Cash. Takes in his stride, but Reguilon does well. Puts out for a corner.
I got 2-0 in this game.
I've got 3-0.
I know.
If they're going to score, let them score early.
What have we got in the United-Chelsea game?
I've got 1-0 Chelsea.
Oh, I've got 2-1.
McGinn's header away by Basuma. Kamara. Maatsen into Watkins. Oh, it's poor touch. Tells over to him. Kamara's in space. Moore's trying to press. It's going to be Maatsen. Oh, Basuma misses it. Flicked over to McGinn. He cuts inside Reguilon. He beats him easily and shot by McGinn just
Bloody
wide.
Hell.
So easy for him to just breeze past Reguilon there. Look, Reguilon had a few yards on him. He still couldn't get there. Just why Tottenham trying to play a bit shorter now. Spence. Basuma looking for Mikey Moore. We've lost it. Here's Asensio. Shot blocked by Danso. Reguilon clears. Come on. One of you! Odebear and Tell, both of them going for him. Both of them bottling the challenge. Both the balls there for either of them.
No one's interested in 50-50. He's got a Europa League final on Wednesday.
Yeah, still annoying. Here's Watkins. Cuts inside to Asensio in the box. Picks up the ball. Cuts it back. Dinks it. Back post. Spence away. Mikey Moore can't get there, can he? He's just too easily. Oh, my God. He's just been dubbed by Maatsen. Crosses it in. Basuma away. Only as far as Matt Cash. Shot wide. Mikey Moore.
I'm not worried about Matt Cash having shots from there, but Mikey Moore is
struggling. He's struggling
for the physicality of it all.
Oh, he's just every time he gets close to anyone, he just loses it. I think Solanke's ready to going to come on. It looks
big
like
Big Dom
and Bentancur as well. Long ball from Kinsky looking for Tell. He's going to lose it, which he does. But we want to throw. Reguilon into Tell. Here's Reguilon. Basuma. Son loses it.
That was weak.
Kamara, foul by Reguilon. No foul. Play on. Here's Son. Into Odebert. Come on, make a decision.
Quick decision, man.
Foul. No foul by Onana. Basuma battling with Onana. Basuma comes on top. Into Son. 1-2. Here's Basuma. Can't flick it into Tell, but Son gets the challenge in. And Rodgers into Kamara.
A bit scrappy there for a few minutes, but 20 minutes to go. I don't think there's any hope that we could get back in this game.
No. Well, maybe with a few changes, we'll see. Reece James is down injured.
Shock.
Shock horror. Here's Pau Torres. Good switch that is. Morgan Rodgers with Matt Cash on the overlap. Gives it over and Rodgers makes the run. Doesn't use him. Goes back. Here's Maatsen. Onana to Concert and Cash. Rodgers now. Lays off to Kamara. Cuts inside and Kamara shot 2-0.
Oh my God. So much time and space.
Edge of the area, all the time in the world to line up a shot and smashes it past Kinsky, and Villa have a second. Easy as you like. Just as we were getting the subs ready as well. Perfect timing.
Kamara, man.
So easy. Just get through it. Just get through this game. Just get through it.
Not long to go.
Yeah, 20 minutes. So easy. Was that another assist for Watkins?
Yeah.
No, Rodgers.
Oh, Rodgers, yeah.
Oh, it's a good effort. Left foot, Boubacar Kamara just drilled it. Kinsky does get a touch on it. It is through the legs of one of the defenders, though. And that should be that.
And that is why Tottenham were 9-1 to win the game today.
Solanke with the frustrated look. First goal of the season for Kamara. Dr. Tottenham. Solanke's on. And Bentancur on. For Reguilon. And for Sonny. Sonny's gone off. Oh! Oh, my word. Oh. End zone. Oh, here's McGinn. They're in behind again. And a good block from Spence. 15 minutes to go. So, I'm guessing Gray's gone to right back. Spence left
who's
back.
come on?
Bentancur Solanke for Son and Reguilon.
Oh, thank God Son went off. 74 minutes for Son today. I thought it was going to be 45 minutes at tops.
Here's McGinn in the box. John McGinn! Oh, just curls it wide.
How many efforts on goal have these lot had? Seriously. It's like non-stop. 16 shots.
That was very easy.
How we get there, I don't know. How we get there, I don't care. All I know is Tottenham's on their way. We're on our way. We're on our way. Bilbao, we're on our way. How we get there, I don't know. How we get there, I don't care. All I know is Tottenham's on their way. We're on our way. We're on our way to the Bilbao. We're on our way. How we get there, I don't know. How we get there, I don't care.
Nice play,
All
Solanke.
I know is Tottenham's on their way.
Oh, a player with a striker with a bit of hold-up play. We haven't seen that today at all. Here's Moore. He's struggling. Can he? Oh, can't wriggle away from Maatsen, can he? Odegaard slips. Still got it. Onana's down injured. He's not. I think he stopped it. I don't think it's a foul. Definitely slipped there, a little Odegaard. Oh, he just slipped on the ball and ended up doing like a shin high challenge. He's all right. Onana. Oh, Tottenham had the ball again. Here's Ben Davis. Danso to Spence. Bentancur. Newly onto the pitch. Into Mikey Moore. Good flick into Odegaard. Drives the challenge really well. And he's got Tell to the left.
Poor from
No, it's
Tell.
good. It's good. It's good. Gray's in there. Clip it. Solanke. Oh, Gray.
That was really poor from Archie, man.
Gray's gone to left back, actually, it looks like. And Spencer stayed on the right.
Why?
Don't know. Nice play there from Odegaard.
The way he just rode that challenge, isn't it?
Ah. Oh. Here's Martinez. Pau Torres in behind, looking for Maatsen, up against Mikey Moore. Maatsen gets the cross in, and Kinsky's going to handle it. Mikey is, he's really struggled down that side. Basuma into Spence. Nice flick. I'm guessing maybe he didn't put Gray right back because he doesn't feel Gray and Moore can handle it together, maybe.
Oh, on that same side. Yeah. 100% actually.
Oh, nice ball by Davis into Solanke, and he turns, gives it off to Tell. Can he take on Cash? Got two men on him. He's got on the overlap Gray. Nothing doing. Davis to Basuma. Bentancur. Gray. Tell. Nice bit of dribbling, but he's got three men around him. He turned really well, and now he's gone over, holding his face. Referee says, get up. It's a good turn there by Tell, but just too many men he's trying to take on.
Too many men, too many men. 10 more minutes.
Come on, 10 more minutes till Bilbao. That's what it feels like. 0-0 at half time at the bridge. Martinez, Pau Torres, Maatsen, Onana. Oh. Here's Martinez. Everyone's just standing still at the moment.
I think everyone would just be happy to do that for the next 10 minutes and that's it.
Torres. Maatsen.
Feels like Spurs have just completely lost that aggressive edge in this half.
Oh, Spence wins off McGinn. Here's Basuma. Moore's there. Nice ball into Moore. Odegaard's there. Making the run. Doesn't find him. Plays it in early for Solanke. He's missed it, and Villa going to come clear. Kamara. Tells on a yellow. Doesn't want to pull him back. It's Rodgers now. Burst past Gray impressively and tries to pin it into Asensio. Oh, my word. Dan so nearly in a whole mess, but he just about gets away with it. Here's Gray. Moore. Runs inside. Little flick to Odebear. Nothing doing. McGinn. Torres. Kamara.
People still coming out in the comments with the Ange out tonight.
Yeah.
Got a cup final on Wednesday, guys. He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. Here's Torres. Onana. This game is petering out. Here's Onana on the left-hand side. Into Maatsen. Maatsen flicks it. Odebear can pick up the ball and into Solanke. Nice play. And Solanke does brilliantly, but Onana's going to get there. Unlucky.
Can we just blow the full-time whistle now? Both teams would both accept that.
Donyell Marlin set to come on for Aston Villa. Watkins is set to come off.
Played well today, Watkins.
Well, Matt Cash is making a run for it. Don't find him. Here's Konsa. Pau Torres. Onana to Maatsen. Oh, good flick. Kamara to Maatsen. Pau Torres into Konsa. Richarlison's about to come on. Oh, given away. Odebear. Oh, his flick is tackled.
Do you think Maddison should have won our Player of the Year?
Do I think Maddison should have won it over Bergvall? Probably. I think Maddison's had a pretty good year. Individually, anyway. I think he's been underrated. We're bringing on someone else as well.
When you look at consistently from the start to finish, he's probably been our best player.
Yeah, and he's got good numbers as well. There have been games, obviously, he hasn't been good.
Yeah. But obviously, we've lost 21 games.
Yeah. But I think everyone has had those games. No one's not had games that haven't been good. I think overall, he's had a pretty good season, Maddison. It's slim pickings. Is that Oluseyi coming on? I can't see who else is there. Good 1-2. Asensio at the byline. Crosses it in. Well done, Kinsky.
There's a 1-2 there with Asensio. Just nobody goes with him whatsoever. Nobody can be asked anymore.
And referee stop play. Mikey Moore is struggling. Moore's going to come off. Struggle. Oh, Brennan's coming on. And Tell's going off. Watkins going off for Donyell Marlin. Just stop Ollie. Just stop Ollie. All right, 5 more minutes of this, people. 5 more minutes. So we can put this Premier League game behind us. Put all our focus on Wednesday.
Super chat from Espen Anderson says, who do you want and who do you think is going to replace Ange? Well, the bookie's new favourite.
Odebear's going off.
The bookie's new favourite is Ollie Glasner. Take over at Spurs, and I think that's the one I want, to be honest.
Yeah, it's hard to read too much into bookies' favourites of managers. They all just go with the betting. Maybe people put a few bets on him. But I think he's one of the choice for sure. He's got to be one of the front runners. All right, so Odebear off and Mikey Moore off, which means Brennan on the right. Probably Tell on the left with Richarlison and Slanky. We're going to get 5 minutes and maybe Slanky in the 10. I think. Unless he's moving Richarlison to the... No, it looks like, yeah, Solanke's a bit deeper, it looks like. Richarlison looking for Solanke. Yeah, Tell's going to be on the left. Well, let's see how we do. Onana. Oh, nearly got himself in a bit of trouble, but Basuma's given the foul.
And here comes Ross Barkley now.
Onana's coming on for Ross Barkley.
There won't be much stoppages at the end of this.
Yeah.
'88th minute on the clock now. And it can't come soon enough.
2 more minutes. So yeah, looks like more 4-4-2, maybe. Oh, Bentancur looking to press. And we forced a mistake.
Come on, let's get a goal back. Give us something to cheer about at least.
Davis to Gray. Oh, poor touch. Didn't keep it in.
And here comes Leon Bailey.
For McGinn.
McGinn's putting the captain's armband on Martinez, and they're taking their long ass time getting the player off the pitch. Really don't need to play these tactics.
Spurs Army says the emptiest away end, Tottenham away end I've seen in years, he said.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Oh, Richarlison tries to nick it, but doesn't. And now here comes Morgan Rogers. Flicks it. Asensio flicks it. Marlon's in the area. Good play from Danso. Forces him away.
How many minutes?
6 minutes.
6.
Here's Matt Cash to Bailey. Asensio into Barkley. Lovely turn. Edge of the box. Can't get the pass off. Richarlison's going to nick this. No, he's not.
Tell's just pulling out of every challenge at this moment in time.
Here's Konsa to Cash. calming things down. Turned a bit frantic for a second. There's Barkley, Rogers. Quick interchange. Kamara, Asensio in between the lines. Here's Rogers. Wins a corner. Probably I envisage this will be down the corner flag. Oh no, they're taking quickly. Here's Asensio. Matson in there, away by Spence. Tell's picked the ball up. Good ball into Spence, who's on the left at the moment. Tries to take on Torres, wins a throw. Here's Bentancur to Gray. Brennan Johnson down the right-hand side and can't take anyone on. Bentancur to Danso. Flickers Johnson, loses it. Rogers. Kamara, got to be careful. Torres, good ball. Asensio, he's going to turn to Bailey. Got players running forward here. Bailey, Leon Bailey, into the area, goes down the outside. Well done, Jed. Good defending. Played it quickly from Kinsky. Tell, got Solanke there. Solanke turns into space. Now, well done, Solanke. Johnson in the box, crosses it, and into the arms of Emi Martinez.
3 more minutes to suffer, people. Only 3. No one can be asked anymore. Look at this.
Concert. Oh, give it away. And Richarlison into Johnson. Can't find him. That was an opportunity. Morgan Rogers to Barkley. Good play from Barkley into Marlon. Rogers into Marlon. Again, cuts inside Marlon. Doesn't get the shot off, but it's going to fall to Rogers. Turns Basuma. He's in the box. Morgan Rogers blocked by Danso. Oh, might have been on target.
That would have been.
Corner. Any thoughts of taking it short, or are they going to just lump it in?
Oh, there's no need to take it short.
Well, they are going to take it short.
So when I said short, I mean like corner flag it. There's just no need.
Asensio, he's going to line one up. He does, and it's into the arms of Kinsky. He goes long to Tell, and it's over his head and into a throw-in position for Aston Villa. They're going to just see this out, I think. Here's Cash. Bentancur, left one on him there. On Kamara, I think. Pau Torres, 30 seconds left. Oh, Johnson nearly stealing in there. Tell looking for Gray, and Villa are going to get rid, and this could be the last chance. Asensio, oh, lovely play, and through to Marlon, but Danto's going to get there. And that's
Should
it.
be that. Game over.
Time.
Next stop, Bilbao, people. Next stop, Bilbao. We've lost the game by 2-0. And yeah, look, we had to suffer through another 90 minutes. I thought first half was decent at best. Second half was a bit of a shocker. But look,
as soon as we conceded, it was over, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But look, we'll be back on the post-match fan show very, very soon, guys. So it's your chance to have your say. By God, am I happy that game is over.
Yeah. And next stop,
Bilbao, people. That's all that matters right now. That is all that matters. I want to hear your opinions on the post-match fan show. And yeah, do get your subscriptions to ExpressVPN. Brilliant deals going on there. 14-day free trial. Link is pinned to the live chat. QR code on the bottom corner of your screen as well. But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
come on, you Spurs.